just turning the music down a little bit. Let me know if it's still too loud. I am quiet after all. So, hello. Thank you guys for tuning in. I decided to make donuts today, which is not what I had planned for. And one of the reasons why I'm a little late is because I didn't have a recipe. I needed to make one up. So I did that, and I had to write it down, make sure it made sense, and all that stuff. So I have still yet to use this pan, which is one of the reasons why I'm really excited to do it today, because I bought that pan like 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago, with birthday money, and I just never used it. So one of the things that I have always aspired to do is make superfoods baked goods. It's like a new trendy thing with food bloggers and cafe owners and stuff. So basically it's like making baked goods but using ingredients that make it less horrible for you. Obviously, it's still going to be a donut, and it's still going to be covered in sugar and stuff, but it's going to have antioxidant-rich blueberries in it, and alkaline lemon juice. It's going to be really tasty. I am going to use less sugar in them, too, because it's, like, you know, better for you. I don't know. I'm just going to try it out, and we'll see what happens. What? So the dog and I went on a walk today before we streamed. Did you want to be on the stream? Come here. Say hi, Mom. What? Huh? Why are you barking? Are you gonna get down? All right, bye. Rusty. Stay there. You're fine. So because I'm just doing a baking stream today, I'm really not... Yeah. I'm really not going to do, like, more than one camera, because everything is going to be on the same thing. So... Yep. So the recipe that I came up with, it is inspired by a couple different recipes. So, you know, basic stuff: flour, sugar, salt, baking powder. I'm going to use cornstarch in place of an egg. And then we're going to have some blueberries and a little bit of... I was thinking about using coconut oil, but I'm going to use coconut manna, which is coconut butter. So basically when you puree shredded coconut, it turns into a buttery substance. Kind of like peanut butter, but it's just made out of coconut. So it's got all the fats and healthy fats in there, but it doesn't have any of the, like, it has some of the fiber. It makes it actually, like, bioavailable to your system. And I haven't used it really in anything. I used to put it in smoothies, but I stopped doing that. So I'm gonna give it a shot. And then I'm gonna be using some non-dairy milk. And then the glaze, I'm just gonna be doing some lemon juice and non-dairy milk with some powdered sugar. And we'll see what happens. But, yeah, it's just kind of gonna be... Hi, Cable! I was just telling, everyone, meaning MVP, what I'm gonna be making today. So I decided I wanted to make blueberry lemon baked donuts. And it's basically, you know, your regular baked donut stuff, but I'm gonna be putting wild blueberries in there, and I'm gonna be using coconut butter for the fat, and then some non-dairy milk. And I looked at some recipes and I put this together, so hopefully it's good. We'll see. You guys, I have been doing this kind of like coming up with recipes since I was in middle school. And when I went vegan the first time in 1998, oh, hi, Mike. I used to do this stuff all the time because there wasn't like a lot of recipes on the internet, and my stepfather used to call them my experiments, and there were very few successes at the time. Will this be going on your website? I definitely want to try this out later. Yes, so moving forward, I'm going to be putting all of the recipes in a Discord server, in a channel where only I can post, so that way you can search for things and it doesn't get crowded and confusing and stuff. So, hi Red Dawn! I have it set up, but I wanted MVP to take a look at the permissions to make sure that I didn't mess anything up. So I can get the link for you guys towards the end of the show, so that you can make sure you know, join and sign up and stuff. But there's really not a whole lot of stuff happening on there at the moment, because I don't... I'm a Discord noob, so I just wanted to make sure I was doing it right before I really got into making channels and stuff like that, so... What? Yay! Thank you! Thank you for the sub, Cable. I have to come up... Yes, surprise. It was a surprise. Thank you. I have to come up with a better fun animation thing for that. I just haven't yet, because I wasn't planning on people actually subscribing, because I'm weird and have self-esteem issues. You were waiting since... Well, I'm sorry to keep you waiting. Thank you for the host, Red Dawn. You guys are so cool. I actually had a really great day at work today, and when I thought about making soup, it just didn't seem like it would be a sufficient enough way to celebrate having a pretty okay day, so I decided to make donuts. So, I'm gonna get started. This song's pretty rockin'. Yeah, I don't know if you guys are familiar with, Pretzel, but that's where I am getting this music from. I listened to it for about 2 or 3 hours the other day, making a playlist of songs that I would like playing in the background. It is a treat yourself kind of day. And I also wanted to point out the fact that I am not using my light fixture on a stand over here, and I have my other light on, so I have it set to auto gain, and hopefully it doesn't mess things up too bad. But I think it is actually working really well. I feel like it looks a lot brighter than it usually does. Okay, so I'm gonna start with a cup of flour. I was thinking about trying to get some coconut flour in these too, because coconut flour helps keep things really nice and soft. But, I didn't want to mess around too much with it. I kind of wanted to determine like a nice base recipe for baked donuts and then like experiment with them from there on out. Okay, so, cup of flour, I'm gonna do 1/3 cup of sugar. If I have that much. Alright, there's just enough for your coffee tomorrow, MVP. So, like I was saying at the beginning when I was going over the recipe with you guys, well, that's gonna stay put for a little while. Hi, Mom! There's a number of different ways that you can substitute an egg in, vegan baking. And a lot of people use like fancy egg substitutes, or one of the trendy things to do right now is to use aquafaba, which is a fancy term for the juice that comes from a can of chickpeas. But I have consistently used cornstarch for a very long time, and that's just what I like to use. Some people will like whisk it with some water to do like the same thing as like a commercial egg replacer, but I just mix it right into my baked goods and it seems to work really well. So I'm doing a tablespoon of cornstarch. I'm gonna do a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Come on. And look, you guys, I remembered to take the pans out of the oven before I turned it on. I'm pretty pleased about that. Okay, and then I'm using 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. A lot of times when I veganize a recipe, I will add a little bit more baking powder to it, because when things don't have eggs in them, they have issues with the leavening, and baking powder will help with that. Okay, so that's actually it for my dry ingredients. Okay, so for my wet ingredients, I'm gonna melt this coconut butter, which when you get it, you're actually supposed to take it out and melt all of it and then mix it up and then put it back in the jar. It says, stir before using. The oil in coconut butter tends to separate to the top. To liquefy and blend, place jar in hot water for 5 to 10 minutes and stir. So, I don't have time for that. So, I'm basically just gonna take most of it out, if I can. Actually, why don't we do the good girl thing and follow the directions? We're not in a rush here. We don't need to cut corners. Well, usually, but you know, I haven't actually done that before. And I don't wanna fail. I don't wanna fail epically. So we're gonna do that thing. We're gonna wait 5 to 10 minutes. And we might, replenish the water. Okay, so in addition to that, I'm just gonna have my non-dairy milk and my blueberries. And when you're working with frozen blueberries, I don't know if you guys done this before, but they have a tendency to turn everything purple. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take them out and then I'm gonna sprinkle them and kind of poke them into the dough. Just so that they don't like totally discolor everything. I don't know how to dance. So how is everybody's day going? Hi, Lee. I was just gonna take a look at the schedule. So yesterday I thought about streaming and I didn't because I had a guy coming over to pick up some gutters. Hi, Bookworm! And when he got here, he was under the impression that they were metal, and they were not. So I basically wasted my afternoon waiting for this guy to come out. So now I have to do that tomorrow. Cable's thankfully an easy day at work, but my goodness, the office is cold. Yeah, offices are freezing. Donuts are so yummy, yes. So far we've mixed up the dry ingredients, and for the wet ingredients, we are using coconut butter, as our fat source because it has good for you things in it. So yeah, coconut butter is like peanut butter, where when you grind it up, it becomes nice and soft and like buttery. So with coconut butter, you have all the good things of coconut oil in there without taking the other good for you things out of it. Antiquing. That sounds like you, Red Dawn. I'm gonna start seeing if I can stir this up. Alright, yeah, it's working on it. Yep, I'm just gonna give it a couple more minutes and it should be pretty good. Have any of you guys used coconut butter before? I've seen people just spread it on toast and things, but I haven't really got that experimentative with it. Experimentative with it? Is that the right word? Bookworm, at the beginning of the show, I was telling everybody that it's kind of been a dream of mine to have a superfood bakery, which is like a trend now. Cable says not butter. I use coconut oil for stir fries. Yeah. According to this package, you can use coconut butter the same way that you would use coconut oil to stir fry and saute things, but I've never done it before. I mean, you saw, it's very, very thick. I'm not sure how well that it would work, but I'm willing to try it. Yes, Red Dawn, you are correct about the saturated fat that's in coconut and coconut oil products. I would be concerned. It is a good thing to have a concern about, but when you don't consume a lot of fat to begin with, it's not really like high on your priority list. Just to give you an example of like, so on a daily basis for me, I have a smoothie for breakfast, which is usually just like a banana, blueberry, spinach, and a non-dairy milk with some protein powder. It's virtually fat-free. For snacks, it's like a granola bar or some fruit. I also have protein bars. So depending on how much fat is in all those other things, it's not really something that's on my radar. And these are also donuts, so they're supposed to be an indulgence for you. When you don't eat meat, you don't really have a whole lot of fat in your diet unless you cook with oil or you eat avocados and nuts and stuff like that. So it's not something that I really go out of my way to consume on a daily basis, but I am pretty aware of it just because it's important to have enough fat. Your brain needs fat in order to function properly. And yeah. So it's one of those things where you have to just keep in mind that you have to balance everything. You need all of your macronutrients and you need all of your micronutrients. and fat is one of the macronutrients. You don't need as much as you think you do, but it's still an important thing to make sure that you're getting in your diet. Okay. Yes, Red Dawn, that's an excellent example. I think it's common for most people to use margarine because it has less saturated fat. But if you're not using that much to begin with, it shouldn't be as much of a problem. Okay, so I've got that. How much did I want to put in there? 1/8 of a cup. And I'm definitely gonna need a scraper for this. You have a lot of buffering today. Well, my CPU is at 6% according to OBS. Does anybody else have any problems with the frames or anything like that? Fine for you? Okay. Could just be you, hun. Okay. That looks pretty great. I actually started using coconut oil when I baked goods. When I made baked goods because, I don't know, there was just something about using the vegan butter that was kind of tiresome. Like, it doesn't really have the same texture in baked goods. So I started to use it, in place of butter whenever I would make a recipe, and I actually really, really like using the coconut oil. And I think it's because of the amount of fat. So Red Dawn, what you're talking about there, it gives a texture to baked goods that margarine doesn't. I think that's probably a saturated fat thing. So when I was using coconut oil instead, that's probably what was affecting it more. Milk time. It's milk time. So, because this is a coconut, I am going to try to mix this up with my electric mixer. I mean, it does in my experience. I'm not sure if everybody else has the same results, but I think that the fat content has something to do with it. Saturated fat, anyway. And I'm definitely not one of those people who thinks of coconut oil as a health food, but in moderation, I don't really feel like there's any reason to not use it. If you're making a baked good, it's supposed to be an indulgence, and you're not going to be eating it like 5 times a day. So I feel like just enough to have a pleasant baked good experience is okay. Yes, coconut oil is multi-purpose, Cables. It is very good for your hair and your skin. Okay, hopefully the Leaning Tower of Dishes does not come crashing down on us. Okay, so I'm gonna use 3/4 of a cup of non-dairy milk. So this is flax milk, and I have never used it in baking before. So I'm not really sure how it's gonna turn out, but I expect that almond milk would be pretty similar, because there's only 25 calories in a cup. And almond milk is about 30 calories, so I'm gonna use 3/4 of a cup. Hello? Hello, Raiders. Welcome to the stream. I am just about to finish assembling the ingredients, and I'm going to be using this mixer now, so if it's loud, I apologize. Polite raid. So yeah, guys, I am basically making baked donuts, and I just used coconut butter in place of regular butter. So one of the things I was doing was making sure that it didn't, like, get cold and clumpy when I added it to the milk. Because coconut products can do that. So what were you guys making on your stream? Oh, it's a bark time. It's time for barks. It seems pretty doughish. So, at the beginning of the show, you were playing World of Warcraft? Okay. Cool. So, I was telling everybody at the beginning of the show that I've never made baked donuts before, so I'm really not sure if this is the texture I'm looking for, but it doesn't look bad. Let's give it a shot. I think we're gonna try it. Okay, so I've got my handy dandy silicone baking dish here. There was a follow. I'm sorry. Let's see. Unfortunately, it's not telling me in that chat. Do 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 do. Who followed? I don't see it anywhere. It might be because I have my desktop turned down so much. Was it Drop Bear Antics that followed? Yep, it must be Drop Bear Antics. Let's test it and make sure that it's working. Well, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. I do have a thingy on there which makes it so you have to follow for 10 minutes before you can chat. But welcome. Okay, we're trying the alert box here. Test follow. Let me know if you guys can hear this. It might just be because it's so quiet. What's the status? Yes, hi new follower. Welcome to the kitchen. I need a spoon. Or maybe I can just use this guy. Red Dawn, could you hear that? I can hear it on my end, but it's not very loud. I think it's just a really quiet song, because the other ones have been working. You heard the raid music, right? Okay, yeah. Sorry, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to change it because I really like having the music, the pretzel music on there. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Alright, spoon it is. It's out of control. Fork. Fork, fork, fork. And hello. I'm glad that you guys came. I know. I try, but it doesn't always happen. Is the music too loud for you guys? Because I can turn it down. I have to have the desktop audio audible for me, because if I don't hear something, it doesn't show up in the chat. It actually does on my iPad, but it's not charged right now. Yeah, so we're making blueberry lemon baked donuts. And I kind of just looked online for recipe inspiration and then made this recipe up, so I don't know how it's gonna turn out. I've never made baked donuts before. But when I do this for cookies, like when I come up with cookie recipes, they have a tendency to turn out pretty good. I don't want to toot my own horn, but I'm gonna add the blueberries after I've spooned everything in here so they don't get all purple. Red Dawn says the problem with me not being a neat cook is that I live alone. I'm the only one who has to clean up later. Yeah, that's true. I don't live alone, but I usually clean up. Because I make a lot of messes. I feel like it would kind of be rude if I made all these donuts and then when MVP gets home, I'm like, hey, can you clean up? I got dough all over me. BRB, okay. So the lemon is just gonna be like a lemon glaze on the donuts. I thought about, putting some lemon zest in the donuts, but I don't want to make them the dough too fruity, because it might affect the cooking time and the texture. I also have never used this pan. I've never made baked donuts before, so I really don't know how well the pan's gonna do either. The day of firsts. I was going to make a Martha Stewart recipe for baked donuts on the stream, like way back when I first started, but I had a really horrible day that day, and I was like, I'm not doing it. So I had a really great day today, and I'm like, you know what? I'm finally gonna make donuts. Okay. This one looks a little low. General rule of thumb is that you only want to fill things up 2/3 of the way or 3/4 of the way. You don't want to fill it up 100%. I think that's good. Okay, so it's blueberry time. And get my hands all purple. Hello? Thank you for following Maddie Mayhem. Welcome to the stream. Feel free to join in the chat in 10 minutes. I do have a follow time limit to make sure, well, to prevent trolling. It won't eliminate it, but you know, it's supposed to help. In fact, I haven't had any trolls come in since I started it. If you weren't here for the beginning of the stream, I was telling everybody about how I've always dreamed, well, I have recently dreamed about having a superfoods bakery, which is basically like a trendy thing right now, where you have baked goods, but they use functional foods in them. So like turmeric and, you know, superfoods, goji berries, acai bowls, that sort of stuff. So this is kind of inspired by that. Blueberries are high antioxidant. See, look, I'm doing it too much. Just want to squeeze it in there a little bit, and then we'll bake up around there. Okay. There are many dreams. There are many dreams. Hey, Jinx! Perfect timing for the O-mote. Yeah, I mean, when you're a passionate person, You have lots of things that you aspire to do with your life, and of course you're never going to be able to do all of them. But you can pretend, and that's kind of what we're doing right now. Okay, so silicone bakeware is always difficult to get out of the oven when it's hot, so put it on a cookie sheet. Alexa, set a timer for 12 minutes. Okay. My cupboard is out of control. Okay. Ooh, donuts. Yeah, I am making blueberry lemon baked donuts. I started the stream a little late because I did not have a recipe for them. I just decided that's what I was gonna do. So I looked online to see how a couple different people made baked donuts. And then I just kind of took liberties with their recipes and came up with this one. So I've never made baked donuts before, and I've never used a donut pan, obviously. So, excuse me, we'll see if it actually comes out. I'm hopeful. I'm pretty good at coming up with recipes. I mean, I used to have a food blog. It was kind of my thing for like 5 years. I'm pretty confident that it's not going to be terrible. And Jinx, you missed me talking earlier about how I set up a Discord, and I guess I can get you guys the link to that now, right? Let's see. Discord is not open, so it's gonna take a second. Clem, there we go. Let's see. Invite people. Bye, Red Dawn. Thank you for coming. Okay, everybody, if you would like to join my Discord server, that is the link. There's not a whole lot happening there at the moment, but when the stream's over, I can post the recipe there. And then you can make the donuts. I have way too many things in my pantry, in case you were wondering. Okay. Oh, I need to get the scale for the powdered sugar. The recipe that I have for a glaze is in grams, so I needed to weigh it out. Hi, finally! Thank you for following! Hello, hello. Makes donuts, don't tempt me. Yeah. All I want is donuts all the time. So these, I don't know if you would consider them healthy donuts, but they are at least healthier donuts, right? Because they're not deep fried. Okay, so that's the rest of my dough. I'm gonna sift some powdered sugar in a second. Jinx, is that coming up or is that in October? I can't remember. Is it the same time as TwitchCon? Okay. In October. Okay. Do. So I'm looking for 8 ounces of sugar. How much is in this bag? Pound, okay. It might actually take the rest of the bag because I had already opened it up. I have to say that I try frosting and glaze recipes pretty regularly, but I don't really have one that I am crazy about. I did pick up a cookbook when MVP and I were in Vermont. That's a maple cookbook, and it has a maple buttercream frosting recipe in there that I'm pretty excited to try. Okay, 1 more ounce. Maple is kind of a big thing up here. Jinx, October is like the perfect time to go on a vacation in the Northeast. How did it go from 7.91 to 8.04? Rude. Okay. Come on. Gotta love zippers that don't zipper. Okay. Oh, you're hoping to go furniture shopping? I love furniture shopping. You're funny. The air fryer is in the way. I don't have a place to put the air fryer yet. Knick-knack shopping, yeah. You want to visit the maple farm? It is a thing to do in the spring. They're literally all over the place in New Hampshire and Vermont. There's one, she's probably thinking about Parker's in Mason. They have a restaurant that does pancakes and omelets and stuff too. They also host powwows there over the summer, but I've never gone to one. So before I add any of the milk to the frosting, I'm going to do the lemon juice first. Because again, I'm not really sure of the ratio, how well it's going to do. Ow. These are tough lemons. And they're not terribly juicy. I'm hoping for 2 tablespoons, but I'm not sure I'm going to get it. Pro shipping. I don't know what that is. So these lemons are jerks, and I'm gonna try to cut it again and see if that does anything. MVP will know. Okay. It helped a little. They're just not juicy lemons. Oh well. Moving on. It might be enough. Blueberry lemon is just like one of those combinations that's just so great. I love it. On my way home, I was actually thinking about like how to incorporate rosemary into some baked goods. Because I've seen it done, but I've just never had it before, so I don't really know what it tastes like. I've seen rosemary chocolate chip cookies before, and I'm just not sure. I just don't know. Like, what is that like? Okay, let's see how much that is. Yes, the bot is working. I'm not sure if it'll do what you want it to do. You probably have to use the thing on the screen. I don't know why the exclamation command isn't working. Jinx, if you want to try it, I would do the Streamlabs menu. Oop, my timer's up. Alexa, stop. Okay, let's see. It charged you when you used the thing on the screen. Oh, do you want a free cookie? I can arrange that. Or I guess it's a repayment cookie. So this is what they look like right now. They seem pretty good. Let's see if I have a toothpick. Where I'd be able to find them in this mess, I don't know. But here's the cookies. So I'll eat a cookie. Hi! We are rewarding Clem for a job well done by feeding her a cookie with channel currency. Nom, 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 nom. I don't know how to fix that. I'm gonna have to find a Streamlabs expert. Yummy. Thank you for the cookie. They seem really, really, really good, you guys. Don't want to over bake them. Alright, we'll let them cool and then we'll flip it out and over. We'll do like 5 more minutes. I tried to make an alert with it, but I don't... So, I thought I remembered when you did it before, something came up on the screen and it said, like, exclamation point cookie, and then something about that, you rewarding it. Because it didn't come up this time, did it? Okay, 2 tablespoons lemon juice. Excellent. And I'm gonna try 2 more tablespoons of milk. I'm pretty sure there was an alert with it when you did it the first time. Okay, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. I think I need another tablespoon of milk, maybe. It is very, very thick. Let's see. I don't know, maybe not. It's good, but I actually would rather have another tablespoon of lemon juice. Whoops! I'm not sure you want to lick that. It's on my foot. Rusty, look! Right here. He can't figure it out. Whoops is the dog's secret word for I dropped something on the floor, come and eat it. And here I was worried that would be too much sugar. It's good. Thanks for coming by, Bookworm. I appreciate it. All right, you gonna move? Have a great rest of your day. So I'm trying to move things out of the way so you guys can see when I turn the donuts out. Uh-oh. Hot, hot, hot. It's still very hot. Alright, I think it needs to cool for like 1 more second. The problem with the bot, Jinx. Yeah, I have Cookie in here. the wrong one. Leaderboard. Yep, cookie in there. Oh, I had alert on redemption off. Okay. That's gotta be it then. It should work now in the future, Jinx. Hello. There you go. Yay! I heard it and everything. Here's the cookie for me. It's lemon Oreo. Truth, I actually had 3 of them before we started. Okay, it should work now. So they're kind of giving me an attitude. Oh, poop. That one fell out. So this one's a little stuck. I guess I'm oiling the pan next time. But I'm gonna try out my mixture. It's a good combination, that's for sure. All right, I'm gonna make this work. So I think part of the problem might be I need to let it cook for like 5 more minutes. And also grease the pan. Okay, let's try this again. Damn you! No! I'm letting y'all down. I'm so ashamed. But look at how light and fluffy it is. True story, I was looking at the book for the air fryer, and I'm not sure if it was the one that we got or another one at the store, but it has directions on air frying your donuts. All right, we have one. Two. Kind of three. Nope. Okay. Kind of three. Shit. It won't matter when they're covered in sugar, right? One donut to rule them all. The next ones will be fine. It was really good though. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to lightly oil these pans for the next batch. And no, I don't have cooking spray because I'm a chump. I never do baking, so I just don't have any. I guess if I'm gonna bake more in the future, I should probably change that. Gables, you do baking. What's your favorite cooking spray? I actually stopped using cooking sprays when I had my food blog because it would just cake and cake and cake onto the pan because it has like surfactant in it. I sound a little quiet to you. Okay, well, let me see what I can work on here. Okay, you stopped using them too? Okay. And I don't feel so bad about it. So thank you for letting me know about the volume. I have an issue because I'm playing Pretzel, and that's on desktop audio. So I'll try to turn Pretzel down itself even more. Turn me all the way up. Is that any better? Okay, guys, so I'm gonna spoon the rest of this dough in here. I think I only have like 2 or 3 donuts worth left. So I oiled 4, but I don't think I'm gonna need all 4. And then I'm gonna bake them for a little bit longer. Hi, Stelina! You came by to say hello. I have the stream on silent though because you're at school. That's alright. As long as you can see the beautiful donut footage, right? So, we were having some problems with our donuts. And hopefully these ones turn out well enough to warrant a picture. I think the other ones will be photographable as long as the glaze is on there. Thanks, Cable. Alright, I think it's just these 3. I'll scrape this down a little bit more. And I'm gonna definitely add more blueberries to these ones. I don't think the other ones have enough blueberries. Fruit flies flying around. That's what happens when you have the windows open in the summer. Okay. Whoops! Poor dog. Yes, the dog came running. I didn't drop anything, honey. I just dropped it on the counter. Sorry. He huffs. He's like, why'd you lie to me? He knows though, yeah. I think maybe next time I'll just mix them in and it'll be nice and purple. What do you think? Okay. So, do a little swapperoo here. can use sugar as glue, right? It'll work. I don't know where these pieces went. We'll try that. It's all gonna fall on the counter. Whoops. Yep. Okay, so we're gonna cook these for longer than last time. Alexa, set a timer for 15 minutes. I think I'm gonna do that thing where, yummy. Where you, drizzle them on the grate. Oh, I have a silicone pad too. That'll make scraping the glaze off easier. I've never done this and I've always wanted to. We're gonna make a mess. It's gonna be so great. You guys. Oh, maniacal laughter. That's what this is. You guys, I was just standing here, listening to Pretzel, thinking to myself, hey, I've heard this song before. Yeah, I've listened to this channel, like, for 3 hours straight. Trying to find music. Hi! We're glazing the donuts, and it's messy and beautiful. And it's gonna be really tough to clean all this up later. But you know what? It's in the name of donuts. And that makes it all worth it. Donuts! That's right. You guys, there's not even enough donuts for everybody. I will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 donuts. Is there 8 of you? And hi, ducks. Looks pretty great. Fight to the death. Ducks, that's exactly what I do when I get home, except I have like a snack. When I got home from work today, I had granola, and then I brought Rusty on a walk. And he lived it. And then when we got back, I took a nap on the bed with all of the pets. And we were like all cuddled together. And it was wicked cute. Those look really good. And now it's a little overexposed, so let me close the blinds. The sun is setting. You're supposed to be on auto gain. You are on auto gain. Well, they're just gonna be bright. What kind of Doritos did you have, ducks? There we go, finally! Yep, I'm just messing things up. So on Thursday, I'm going to be doing falafel waffles with some sauteed vegetables and a hummus sauce on top. Also have never done. We'll see what happens with that, too. So far, these look, like, really, really good. I think I might eat some of that glaze with a spoon. Don't they look really good? Yummy. The only problem is that I don't know how I'm gonna store them. I'm gonna have to, like, just keep them on that tray. That's an idea. I could keep them on the tray, slathered in glaze on the underside, and just put some plastic wrap over them. Cool Ranch. Oh my god. Those were my favoriteest Doritos. They do have a vegan ranch chip, but it's not as good as Cool Ranch Doritos. But it is still pretty good. Alexa, how much time is left on the timer? Baking takes a long time. So I guess what I can do while I'm talking to you guys is I can put the recipe on Discord. So for you guys who weren't here earlier, that's the wrong thing. I did make a Discord server on Friday. If you want to come join, that's the link. And I'm gonna post recipes in there from now on. It's gonna be a lot easier to do than using a website. Have you tried the purple vegan Doritos? I have not. What kind of flavor is that? Is it spicy? If it's really spicy, I probably won't try it. Today is August 21st. So, so far, I feel like these are really, really delicious. The only thing that I could suggest is if you like them to be really, really, really super sweet. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, that's firming up really well. My crumbly donuts. So the glaze is not necessarily making the best. But look, it's like a frosting. Sweet, spicy chili. They're not too spicy. Mmm. This is really, really good, you guys. The feedback I was going to provide was to stir the blueberries into the batter, which I normally wouldn't recommend. My face is probably all purple. But that way you get more blueberries. I would definitely recommend doing that instead. Okay, so we've got 1 cup of flour. 1/3 of a cup sugar. 1/4 teaspoon salt. 1.5 teaspoons baking powder. 1 tablespoon corn starch. 1/8 of a cup coconut butter, also called coconut manna. 3/4 cup non-dairy milk. And then I would say 1/2 cup to 3/4 cup wild blueberries. Should label this for donuts. Donuts and glaze. So the glaze was 8 ounces by weight, sifted powdered sugar, 3 tablespoons freshly squeezed lemon juice, and 2 tablespoons non-dairy milk. Okay, so the recipe has been posted, and I'm gonna put the directions in there afterwards. Woo! I'm falling over. So true story, yesterday I fell over onto MVP's green screen, and she was, I don't want to say that she was mad, but she wasn't very happy about it. Yes, hashtag whoops. Okay. Do 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 do. Jinx, I was just checking to see how many cookies... Oh, I gotta take this call. Hold on. Hold on just a second, Kira. I got you on speaker. Hold on, you guys. Alright, we're back. We're back. Sorry, you guys. Emergency work problems. And now my microphone is dying. Hold on. Microphone is dying. I need more batteries. We're at full power again. Sorry, you guys. Work cluster. Yeah, so while I was on the phone, the donuts finished baking. Apologies for having to disappear, but I'm in charge of things. Some things at work. So these ones look a little bit better. Definitely more firm. And they don't seem to be sticking the same way as the other ones did. So, hopefully they come out of the pan as nicely. Where's my knife? I feel like I might have put more batter in these ones than I did the last ones, and I don't know, it kind of actually works well. Maybe the type of dough that it is puffs up okay in the pan. Hopefully I oiled it enough though. Yeah, this one's definitely gonna come right out. Hot, hot, hot donuts. Ooh, hot, hot, hot. Oh, yeah. All right. That's perfect. Oh, yeah. Still very hot. Hot, hot, hot. Okay. So, 15 minutes. This is the magic number. These are a little stuck to the pan, actually, so I think I might take them off and just drizzle them on the cookie sheet. Look at how cute and beautiful it is. Why don't we do this instead? And then it's kind of like the blueberries are a surprise. I guess that only works if you have if you have opaque frosting. You guys, I almost said non-translucent. Like I don't know the opposite of translucent. Look at that. Yes, don't they? They look much more berry full. Okay. Haven't missed too much. Sorry. Yeah, apparently there's like... So I think the problem that we're having at work right now is there's too many cooks in the kitchen. And not like literally, it's a metaphor. Like metaphorical cooks in the kitchen. So... Lots of stuff happening. And people are pushy. Like, we have a problem with, people who sell things to us saying one thing and then doing another, which is kind of shitty. Which is basically what I said on the phone. That's shitty, is what I said. I have extra glaze. Too many cooks, yep. So now that I've gone through all the effort of making these donuts, I have no idea what I'm gonna have for dinner. Donuts for dinner. It's just like a pool of sugar. Ah! Might as well make the most of it while I can. Oh, look at this one. Look at it. It's so light and beautiful. Let's put more frosting on it. I know, I was just thinking about that, Cables. Here I am making donuts, and then I have to, like, actually feed myself. But thank you for coming and hanging out with us. Enjoy your dinner. I'm just gonna do this right here. That's lemony. Maybe I should put more donut in there. Ooh, that's tangy. I might do that later too. Alright, I'm gonna put that away now. Oh boy. That was so good. Okay. So, that's it. We're done. We're done. I'm not gonna be able to fall asleep tonight because I'm gonna have so much sugar. So, yeah, that's it. We're all done. I had a great time. I hope you guys had a great time. The recipe is in Discord right now. I just have to add the directions. But as you can see, the baking them for a little bit longer and greasing the pan helped the last few of them come out perfectly. They're amazing looking. And I think next time I'm going to try frosting so they don't get as gooey and stuff. But, surprise recipe. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go. The next scheduled showtime is Thursday at 4 p.m. And I'm gonna be making falafel waffles. I've never done it before. Actually, I should try the waffle maker because I did accidentally submerge it. It's been a very long time, but I don't know if it's like rusted on the inside. So I should probably check it and make sure that it's not like gonna burn as soon as I plug it in. We'll see what happens. You want to come on the stream again? Come here. It's okay, baby. Come here. We're gonna say goodbye. Oh, say goodbye to everybody. Rusty, you gotta sit up. Okay, fine. Sit down. But yeah, Thursday at 4 o'clock, we're gonna make falafel waffles. And depending on how much energy I have tomorrow, I might actually also stream deglassing the kitchen cabinets. Because I'm gonna start painting the kitchen cabinets. I bought a special paint that's supposed to look really, really great on veneer, whatever this stuff is called. Yeah. So that's my project for the next couple weeks. But in order to do that, I have to clean out this area over here. Has a bunch of like shelving and kitchen stuff on it. And I need to put a cabinet there to put all of the stuff in these cabinets over there so that I can paint the doors and things and not have all that stuff hanging out. Getting painty. So, I might stream it, but I might not. I haven't decided yet. So, yeah, if I don't see you tomorrow, I will see you on Thursday at 4 p.m. And let's check and see if anybody else is streaming right now. And we will host or raid or something. Okay, so the hunger service is on. Let me check belly.io in case I'm not missing anybody. What are you doing? Okay, so we've got someone making Nutella cookies, someone making chicken piccata, someone's taste testing tea, someone's making pound cake, hunger service is doing fried okra and stuffed bitter melon. There's me and my donuts. They're making... This one's making a Loa loaf from World of Warcraft. There's a mother-daughter cooking stream. And then I can't tell what that is. Do any of those things sound appetizing to you guys? How about we do Nutella cookies? I think that sounds like a good plan. Let's do that. Say bye! Bye! Alright, I'm gonna roll credits, and then when the credits are done, I'm going to raid Fun Foods. So, again, thank you guys for coming, and I will see you at 4 o'clock on Thursday.